You're saying
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So check it out. So one of the things that we want to do is it's not just about losing the weight and things like that. Okay. When we're in here, we're also wanting to move forward in our life.
Okay.
Okay. So as an example, with our daily, this is a fitness planner overall. Okay. But it's on here, we say, what are some of the things that we want to accomplish, not just in the fitness realm, but just in life in general. I want to do X. I want to accomplish B. I want to do this thing. So not a whole to-do list where you got 18,000 things going on, because that ain't going, 18,000 things, that ain't gonna cut it. What's the main 2 or 3 things that's gonna move Deborah as a person forward? Okay. So we only want to concentrate on 2 or 3 things, because think about it. If you have a to-do list of all these 20, 40, 50 things, number one, it never gets done.
That's right.
You feel overwhelmed because I'm not getting it done. I feel anxious. I feel, you're feeling all these other emotions and everything because it's not getting done. So what we want to focus on is what are just the main 2 or 3 things that are going to make the most impact of your day for that particular day.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
I think I do need that.
Okay, then when we're doing our workouts, okay, so in this particular deal, we have our exercises or our drills, we're doing our reps for time, so we're keeping track. The reason that we're keeping track of stuff is because over a period of time, we want to have good historical data on Deborah in particular. That's the thing when it comes to fitness and stuff, everybody's body is different. Everybody's body responds to different types of stress differently. Not only the stress and that happens and occurs in the gym, the good stress, but then the things that's happening that's going on in life. Okay. So if you're in here and you do your workout and everything, you're making sure that you're drinking your water. Okay. So we've got our water in here, 4 cups of water, 8 cups of water, 12 cups of water. We're making sure we're doing our water. How are we feeling? This part in here, really important. How are we feeling today? We feeling in a great mood? We all the way down to we feeling in a crappy mood, And what are we eating? All right. Food, I don't remember the exact person that said it, but they basically the summary of it is treat food as medicine. Your food is your medicine, medicine is your food type deal, okay? Because your food can have a huge effect on your hormones, on your body, on your mindset, on everything across the board. So when we're eating, we're jotting down our food, okay? And then also, how is that food making you feel? When I got done eating that rice or that pasta, that burger, I felt like passing out. Boom. When I wound up eating that chicken and I was eating that protein or I was eating the shrimp, man, I was energized, I was live. So we're also jotting those notes in here on how we're feeling when we're eating. So that way we're going to know not only how our exercise is affecting us and how we're feeling, how our food is affecting us and we're eating. And then one of the biggest pieces on here is what we did for our recovery. When we train, we want to treat our body like we're an athlete, because we are. Okay, and athletes, they train and they recover. They train and recover. Now, recovery is different than just resting, and here's kind of one of the big differences on it. Resting is just you sitting back on the couch, you watching Netflix, you're in the mood, in the TV deal, and you're just like flipping the button and you're just hanging out. That's not recovery. Recovery is actually doing a hot plunge. Okay, so getting into a bathtub, letting that hot water soothe you, doing a cold plunge, getting a massage, getting actual sleep, taking a nap. That's part of recovery. Okay, so there's nothing stretching out. Stretching your legs, doing stuff like that. So all of those parts are parts of recovery to allow your body to not only adapt to what you just got done doing for your exercise, but to be ready for your next cycle of exercise and to be ready for life. And there's a huge difference between just rest versus recovery. We want to make sure our body recovers, making sure we got good nutrition and stuff like that as well. So all of those parts wind up combining and stuff. And that's why we keep track on that, because then as we're keeping track on it over a period of time, you're going to be able to kind of look back. You're going to have historical data. People will experiment with a lot of foods, and I tell people, experiment with foods, see what foods you like, check it out and stuff like that. And then over a period of time, people will come down to just a certain number of foods and a certain category of foods that they like and stuff. And so if you have historical data, I tried these 50 foods and now these 10 are the main ones that I like, and they make me feel good. They make me feel clear. I'm not foggy headed. My muscles are feeling fine. I'm recovering better, stuff like that. That, when it comes to long-term fitness and overall health, huge importance and stuff like that.
Yesterday I had my yogurt and my blueberries, and I had strawberries the night before, and I had my fruit, and that's all I ate for yesterday. I didn't want nothing else. My body was feeling, I didn't know if my stomach was hurting or what, but I was like, I ain't eating nothing else. I just didn't want nothing else. I didn't eat nothing else. And but I had my hummus and my peppers and my yogurt and my blueberries. That's all I ate yesterday, about 12 noon. So that's the thing. And what I'm doing today is I'm having my fruit and then my evening meal is my salad. So I'm going to have my chicken, my sweet potatoes and white potatoes and green beans for breakfast. I ate half for breakfast. I eat the half after we get through, because I have to have protein and then salad for dinner. That's it. I'm not really going to eat. And I'll eat my yogurt too. Yeah. So that's going to be the plan.
And with that's fine, because if you've got a protein that you've had already. You're going to have a good protein and a vegetable after lunch, so that'll be after the workout, so that'll be fine to help your body recover and things like that. And then with your salad, you're going to have good greens in there.
It has 5 different types of vegetables in there.
5 different types of leaves in there, because you got the mix in there.
And I got my blueberries.
And then you'll have blueberries, great antioxidant, going to help the body out, going to help the brain out real good and stuff. Blueberries are awesome for that. And then you're having your yogurt with that and stuff, so then that's a good protein source as well. So so you're doing fine.
And even though I didn't even drink 2 gallons of water, I tried for 3 months. What I did do.
Wait, 2 gallons of water a day? You don't need 2 gallons of water a day.
That's what you told me, Coach.
So you do need a lot of water, but make sure that you're just sipping it throughout.
That's what I'm
day.
saying.
Okay,
I managed to do almost a whole gallon. But whatever I did, when I got my blood work done, he said your kidneys are great. So that's why at least 2, 3 before noon, and just keep drinking water, not just plunging it, but drinking it as I can.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
so,
I was like, please don't try to just slam all that water.
Because I can't drink, because that'll kill you too.
Just over a period of time. That's what with mine. I'll go through at least a gallon of water.
I'm gonna buy that today and give it to me. Okay. Anybody else want to buy one of these? Just inbox me. It's $25, $30. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it because I got some money in my Cashapp.
Okay.
So
So with me, I'll go through a gallon of water a day, just as my normal. I'm never sitting on the couch just chilling. I'm always on the couch.
Y'all do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day.
But sometimes I'll even go through a gallon and a half or 2 gallons of water, just depending upon what I'm doing, the training that I'm doing. Here, I'm all the time going with our students and everything like that, because your body needs the water, it needs the fluids, it needs all of that stuff.
And guess what else? I haven't had a knee shot since March. They didn't have any in. They said, we'll call you. And I ain't missed it. He told me that the more weight I lose, the longer the pain. I'm bone on bone, but my knees don't hurt. We got on the floor last week.
Yeah, you're doing great. Think about it. You lost 5 pounds. Boom. Then you were working, doing your stuff. You lost another 5 pounds. You got that steady progress. The whole thing, the one doc was saying, the weight loss surgery and doing all this and that. You are on track. You do not need it. And I'm so proud of you,
because you don't give yourself time to know what your body is doing if you rush and do all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're not a machine. You're not a Tonka toy.
Right.
You're a human being, and your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your legs. And he even said this lymphedema. He said it's not bothering you. He looked at my blood work and said that lymphedema ain't bothering you. It's not a problem. So cool. Okay, thanks, Coach. Let's get started.